Good evening. Let's go down to the next chapter, chapter 59. Summer and autumn of 2017. So Sunday, Erica and Michael went to Sunday services. After they got home, Eric and Michael went over what they'll do on Monday. Excuse me. Granted, Chachi will immediately know something is up. However, since she's the business owner, she knows when to look the other way and let Erica tell her on a need-to-know basis. It was times like this when Erica wondered why they ever agreed to live with their friends. Also, the last time this happened, Michael needed to ask his cousin Richard to drive them to the emergency room, so they couldn't say, air quotes, nothing is wrong. Monday morning, Erica and Michael got up a little extra early while she made breakfast for Kamali. He made breakfast for both of them. After she took Kamali out to do her business, she washed her hands thoroughly. Next, they ate breakfast together. Then Michael got Kamali into her carrier and into their car. The entire time Michael drove, Erica gently put her left hand onto his right hand. Although she tried to convince herself that this is to keep him calm, she was a bunch of nerves herself. The only thing she knew is the fact that Michael listens to his intuition and it's always right. However, she couldn't help but to wonder what was wrong. She had surgery to treat endometriosis. Next, she had the focused MRI with ultrasound to treat uterine fibroids. The only thing left that she knew about was adenomyosis. However, Michael was fixated on her belly button. She hoped that the clinic's senior nurse practitioner would be able to put the pieces together and come up with an action plan. After Michael parked his car, he took out Kamali. Once she settled with her toy, she as in the dog, in his office, they took the elevator to the second floor to the clinic. Much to their relief, when the nurse practitioner saw and carefully touched Erica's belly button, she immediately knew what was going on. There were two new diagnoses, I think, navel stones and a hernia. The stones can easily be removed at the clinic. However, the hernia will need to be surgically removed. She will call around, let them know as soon as one of the local outpatient surgery centers can get her in. After surgery, Erica will be able to go home in a few hours. The recovery takes 2 to 4 weeks. Since Erica has endometriosis, the nurse practitioner will write the research article about her case. So Erica doesn't need to pay for it. At this time, Erica asks what could be the cause of both diagnoses. In terms of navel stones, it could be that the navel is deep set, which will make cleaning much more difficult. It could also be poor hygiene. Moving forward, after the stones are removed, Erica will need to learn how to keep the area clean. She will also need to keep the area dry. And she will need to use a cotton swab to remove soap and debris as well as absorb moisture. Also, she needs to wear breathable fabric. Most important, she's not to remove the stones herself. A doctor knows the proper protocol as well as instructions on how to remove them safely without causing any infection or injury. The hernia is a completely different matter. Only surgery can fix it. There are multiple possible causes, multiple pregnancies, which is not the case for Erica, fluid inside the abdomen, previous abdominal surgery, and that could be, Erica had surgery, heavy lifting or straining. At this time, Erica said that she's utilizing Chachi's personal training services. The nurse practitioner said that Erica should err on the side of caution, cancel the next of the appointments until after surgery, and the doctor tells her that she's fully recovered. Also, Erica did disclose a piece of information that she hasn't talked with Michael before. She didn't think it would ever be an issue. However, since she needed to know whether or not this might be the possible cause, she brought it up at that time. Erica was born in Latin America. It was a difficult birth. Granted, if she was born in the United States, it would have been an immediate cesarean section. However, since Erica was born in Latin America, her mother was forced to go through the natural childbirth route. Michael gasped and covered his mouth. Erica also disclosed that soon after she was born, her mother needed a doctor to remove some retained placenta in her uterus. Michael shook his head in disbelief. He appreciated his mother even more. It's a good thing that he and all of his entire extended family were born in this country. He was not surprised that there are so many maternal and infant deaths in third world countries. He was deeply saddened that Erica and her mother had a very traumatic and dangerous experience in Latin America. At this time, the nurse practitioner made certain they clearly understand it may just be a coincidence and that something else may have caused the hernia. However, she'll include this nugget of information in her research article. At this time, Erica had to decide when to have the surgery. She can't afford either to get infected, so the sooner she gets both treated, the better. After conferring with Michael, she decided to talk with the senior staff at the studio first. Once she has a timeline, she'll let the nurse practitioner know when to pull the proverbial trigger. After they thanked the nurse practitioner for going out of her way, meeting them on Memorial Day, they excused themselves. Although Erica and Michael immediately went home to make homemade Hawaiian macaroni salad for that day's picnic, both were lost in thought. Erica was hoping to avoid another surgery. However, she cannot afford to risk a double infection in her belly button. Much to their relief, the barbecue at the gated community went without a hitch. As soon as Alex gave Erica some extra grilled oysters, she temporarily forgot what was bothering her. Also, there was one more thing that happened during the community barbecue. Her father stopped by to visit. He carefully requested that she suspend judgment since she immediately shut down the last thing he said about Michael. After she apologized and promised only to listen to what he had to say, he told her what he concluded about Michael. Michael is effeminate. Is that because he's gay? Erica knew where this was going, so she carefully told him that she came to that conclusion when they first met. However, since then, she realized that him being effeminate is his personality. Also, she has met both gay and straight men who have a warm-hearted and kind personality. At this time, her father concluded that Michael is sanao, respectful. When Erica nodded, he breathed a sigh of relief. At this time, she smiled gently. Michael listened to their conversation from the sidelines and was relieved that Erica is trying to repair their relationship with her father. He hoped that this trend will continue. The next day, Michael drove Erica to the studio, while he drove himself and Kamali to the Adaptive Fitness Center clinic. Erica popped her head to Lucas's office and asked if she could talk about a personal matter. He immediately looked concerned. After he got Jonathan, Maria, and Trey Sr. into his office, he closed the door and carefully listened to what Erica had to say. When she apologized for the inconvenience, he immediately waved his hands away. Jonathan offered to temporarily take over the television show showcasing local small businesses. At this time, Erica gave him her current schedule of visiting local small businesses. Next, Trey Sr. offered to let her do her job remotely via Zoom calls while she's recovering. Lucas nodded, said that they can start filming scenes that do not require her to be there. The scenes will be out of order, but they've done this before. After Erica thanked them, she excused herself. Next, she walked to the clinic, which is a few blocks away. The receptionist immediately called nurse practitioner to the front lobby area, where Erica sat down on one of the chairs. Erica nodded. The nurse practitioner, when Erica nodded, the nurse practitioner said she'll make the arrangements. Much to everyone's relief, there was a cancellation that Friday, so Erica went to University of California at San Francisco's outpatient surgery center to get admitted into the hospital, had them bill the full cost to the clinic directly, then went to the hospital's lab department to get some blood work done. Next, Erica went to the surgeon's office to get the pre-surgery packet, instructions on what she must do to prepare for surgery. Next, she went to the Adaptive Fitness Center, had the front desk staff person cancel her next few personal trainer appointments. Finally, she returned to the studio to go over her schedule over the next several weeks. At this time, Trey Sr. taught Erica how to log into Zoom, as well as the password. Erica Mee put the sticky out with the written password in a hidden pocket in her hip bag for safekeeping. She also contacted Maria's parents to let them know that she'll be taking a break from the ride-along for the time being. Much to her relief, they accepted, told her to call them when she's ready to return. Erica said that she'll let them know. The evening before surgery, Erica was nervously fidgeting. When Michael offered his certified massage therapy services, she was relieved. After she took a long hot bath, he started working out all of her knots. At the end of the session, she felt like gelatin, offered to massage his feet. Not surprisingly, he sat down, took his socks off. Once he was completely recharged, Erica drank the bottle of liquid that the hospital gave her and spent the next hour or so in the restroom. Next morning, they woke up early. Erica took a quick shower with the liquid cleaning solution that the hospital gave her. She dried herself off. Then, without breakfast, Michael drove her to the surgery center. As soon as she arrived, checked herself in. The anesthesiologist asked her some questions. She requested that they add anti-nausea medicine when they reversed the anesthetic. The doctor said they would do so. Once they were ready to wheel her into the surgery room, Erica waved at Michael. After surgery started, Michael drove back home to take care of Kamali, kept the cell phone nearby for when she's ready to be picked up. Although this was a routine procedure, he took out his prayer beads and prayed. Kamali knew something was up, stayed with him for emotional support. A few hours later, the hospital called Michael to let him know that surgery is over and she's in the recovery room. He immediately grabbed his stuff, drove to the hospital. When he got there, he was stunned that Erica was already dressed and walking around. When he waited for her to be discharged, he went to university's gift shop, bought a vase of colorful flowers, a plushie, and a Women's Health magazine. He also went to a local San Maria shop to get a Hello Kitty reusable jar full of cotton swabs. When Erica saw his gifts for her, she thanked him for his thoughtfulness. He smiled gently. At this time, the doctor came to the recovery room, asked how she's feeling. After she told him that she feels fine, he gave her specific instructions regarding when she can resume taking a shower, taking a bath, how to put on the abdominal binder to help support her belly muscles after surgery, prescription, and over-the-counter medicine instructions. They also went over how to use the spirometer to reduce the risk of developing pneumonia. And they also went over the list of possible complications, what she needs to do if she experiences any of them. Michael also listened carefully and asked questions for clarification. After she got the discharge papers, including her 2-week follow-up appointment with the surgeon, she put the gifts on her lap and was wheeled out of the hospital by one of the nurses. After Erica sat on the passenger seat, Michael gently put a throw pillow on her abdomen. Next, he carefully moved the seatbelt around the pillow to make certain it clicked. Then Michael carefully drove her home. At night, Kamali crept into Erica's side of the bed. Erica made certain to wrap one of her arms around the dog, her warm and furry dog, as she drifted off to sleep. At their home, Michael's parents, who were semi-retired, were already at their home, while her father worked in the community garden. His mother helped Michael take care of Erica while she was convalescing. He stayed with her for the first week. During the first week, Michael helped Erica put her resume together. Next, he helped her create an account on LinkedIn. Not surprisingly, as soon as she activated her account, she got DMs from several executives in Hollywood, various independent film companies, and the 2 classmates from her high school. Also, she got a DM from one of her other friends from a college in the South Bay. He's Japanese Californian, he's straight and non-homophobic, he was sweet on Erica. However, after she carefully told him that her younger brother is queer, he ghosted her. Since her made in Japan Japanese parents are homophobic, and she knew that the Japanese American community are also homophobic as well, she did understand why he had no choice. His parents are also homophobic. At this time, she knew that her chances of marrying a Japanese American were slim at best. It made her wonder why her parents thought both of her children would marry a Japanese American. When she introduced him to Michael, Michael also connected with him via his linked account. All of a sudden, Erica understood why people have a LinkedIn account. This is another way professional people network with each other. Also, Erica looked up her colleagues from the studio. Not surprisingly, all of them already have a LinkedIn account, so one by one she DM'd them. Also, when she saw Aaron Murphy Shaw's account, she thanked Aaron for introducing her to this platform. Aaron immediately replied, "You're welcome," from her cell phone. Erica was in awe at this air quotes new technology. Now, granted, when she looked up the history of LinkedIn, she was shocked to learn that it was founded back in 2002. And this is 2017. It's like 15 years later, she finally learns about all this. So, during the second week, Michael returned to work. When it was her 2-week follow-up appointment with the doctor, he took the day off to take her to her doctor's appointment. Much to everyone's relief, she's cleared to return to work the next day. Granted, she's not to lift or carry anything heavy for the next several weeks. So Michael's parents returned to their home. Michael drove Erica to work. For lunch, he walked the few blocks from the adaptive fitness center to the studio to have lunch with her. At this time, Erica and Michael resumed attending pride events throughout the Bay Area. A month after surgery, she got the green light from a surgeon to get physical therapy to help strengthen her core. She immediately made an appointment at the Adaptive Fitness Center to further help her recover. Before each appointment, she reminded her colleagues of her medical appointment schedule. At this time, Michael had Erica drive both of them to work. He had Erica walk to the Adaptive Fitness Center to have lunch with him. They also resumed playing pickleball at the nearby tennis court on the weekends. They also resumed fishing at a local pier. Alex and Chachi are still on vacation, so Erica made a mental note to resume her personal training service when she returns. Also, while Erica was working from home, she came up with a theme song for her next film. Just as Erica was accused of writing a whitewashed play from her high school days, she realized that all of her original songs are also whitewashed. So she watched YouTube videos of various Japanese songs, as well as learned the history of Japanese music from the internet. When she listened to several different songs, she figured out her own original song that focuses on healing. She even used this song to help her recover from surgery. When she returned to the studio, she played that song on the piano. Lucas immediately called one of his contacts in Japan and had one of their certified music therapists fly into San Francisco and had her record the song with her specialized training in music therapy. Once Erica listened to her song being played by the specialist, Erica gave it her seal of approval. With permission from the studio, Erica got her own personal copy with the understanding that she is not to share with anybody outside the studio. So she makes her to wear headphones whenever she listens to it. After work, when Erica and Michael cuddled on the couch, she told him how much she appreciates all of his help while she was recovering from her neck surgery. When she saw his love meter fill up, she smiled gently. At this time, she resumed massaging his feet. Much to her relief, as soon as her navel stones and the hernia repaired, she no longer felt sick to her stomach. So at this time, she made certain to follow doctor's orders, keep her belly button clean and clear from then on. She may never know exactly why she got that hernia, but she was grateful that it was treatable and she didn't stay overnight at the hospital. In mid to late August, the interns returned to graduate school. Around this time, Erica went to university to pay for her father's tuition for the upcoming academic year. She also resumed staying in touch with her father to see how his study was going. Again, during the final exam week, she hired a private tutor to help her father get through that part of the academic term. Friday, September 1st, Chachi called Erica to let her know they had returned from their vacation. Erica told Michael he called Chachi's elder siblings to resume their broadcast. Erica is on the mend, so she scheduled her next sessions with a personal trainer at the Adaptive Fitness Center and asked for Chachi specifically. At this time, Erica discreetly told Chachi she had a minor health scare, but got the go-ahead from her doctor to resume regular exercise. Chachi nodded, erred on the side of caution. Chachi started Erica on a, air quotes, light exercise regimen. Side note, at this time, Chachi said that she will revamp her television series. She was recently diagnosed with perimenopause, plus with Meg's husband's sudden passing. She's going to teach her viewers how to prepare low-sodium meals. Also, she was told to promote the Adaptive Fitness Center's protein shake. Erica is not under any obligation. If she doesn't want to try the shake, she doesn't need to. When Erica saw that they have a woman's formula, she took one bottle. Chachi said that she'll start with the red bean and rice dish. The cooking show she's talking about. When Erica returned home, she went through a DVD collection of Chachi's original cooking show. As soon as she found the episode where she talked about the azuki bean and rice recipe, Erica played it. When she saw how much salt Chachi used originally, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, Erica tried out the recipe that used only half that amount, so 1/8 teaspoon. Much to her relief, Michael said that her low-sodium dish tasted good. So the next day, Alex, Chachi, Erica, Michael resumed their annual road trip to Santa Cruz. After spending the day at the boardwalk, they concluded by going to a local Japanese restaurant. They used the entire day to catch up, talk about the future. Monday, they had the annual Labor Day barbecue. Ashley, Aaron, Rio, Trey Jr. took the day off from graduate school to join them in their festivities. Both of Michael's older sisters and their respective husbands were also in attendance. His elder sister and husband moved into their gated community that summer, so all the units are now occupied. Everyone brought their signature dish. Erica and Michael brought their Hawaiian-style mac and cheese. Michael's cousin Richard brought his homemade linguiça. Devin brought one of her signature cakes from her new bakery. Alex grilled some oysters. After everyone said "Itadakimasu," thank you for the meal, they put the food onto the individual plates and then went to their favorite picnic table to eat their meal. And they used this time to catch up and engage in small talk. When they returned to work the next day, Erica worked with Jonathan, Lucas, and Maria to edit the film. Much to everyone's relief, they got it done by late October. So they spent the first 2 weeks of November preparing for her trip to LA. At this time, Erica made appointments to go to the dentist and eye doctor. She did not get any lab work done this time because she already got those done when she prepared for the surgery. Mid to late September, Erica and Michael spent one of the weekends in Hollister to attend their annual Northern California Renaissance Fair. Same as in previous years, Erica dressed up as Daenerys Targaryen, while Michael dressed up as Jon Snow. When they saw another couple dressed up as Cersei and Jaime Lannister, both couples laughed. They ended up getting photos taken by other guests. Eric printed out one of those photos, posted on their photo collage with a frame on the wall near the front door. When she saw only one photo of Kamali, she talked with Michael. They went to a professional studio to get a picture of the three of them. She took one of their small photos and added it to the collage. Mid-October, after work, Erica and Michael celebrated his birthday. In addition to all of his help these past several years, he was especially helpful when Erica had her mini health scare earlier that year. So she made all of his favorite foods, and she gave him a gift card to San Francisco's Neiman Marcus department store. He immediately gasped, covered his mouth. She smiled gently. When he gained his composure, he gave her a full-body hug. That weekend, they spent the day at the department store. Around this time, Erica got her next flu vaccine. On Friday, November 10th, Michael boarded Kamali with his cousin Richard. The next morning, Erica and Michael joined Lucas and his wife Fiona at San Francisco International Airport. After they checked into a kiosk, checked in their luggage. Once the flight started boarding, they went to the terminal. It was a quick 1.5 hour flight. After the plane landed, they went to the baggage claim, picked up the luggage. Once Lucas got his rental car, they drove to the nearest grocery store, buy 1 week's worth of groceries. Then he drove them to their Airbnbs. Luckily, Lucas found 2 condominiums with free parking that were next door to each other. After they went into the respective unit, they started unpacking. Since air quality is not good in LA, Erica brought her air purifier and plugged it in immediately. She also brought a box of face masks to protect her airway. Also, she got a new prescription of her inhaler from the clinic right before she left. She made certain to cover her nose and mouth whenever she went outside. She double-checked her hip pack to make certain it was packed. She packed her inhaler. On Sunday, Lucas drove into the local Buddhist temple in Japantown to attend services. There, they met Lucas's fraternal twin brother Louis and his wife. The temple is a lot larger than the one they went to in San Francisco. Rather than park in a multi-story parking garage, there's an actual parking lot next to the temple. Louis gave them a quick tour before services. He showed them the traditional Japanese garden on the property. They saw a perfectly manicured lawn with strategically placed conifer trees. It also had some sand and a stone pagoda near the center. The actual building is a 2-story wooden structure that is painted white on the outside with an A-frame roof. There are additional trees surrounding the building and a perfectly manicured lawn. It is at a street intersection, so there's a concrete sidewalk on the street side as well. Since there are above-ground power lines, Erica surmised that this is an older part of the town. I know those of you who live in LA, you're like, I know which church she's talking about. Okay, so after they walk through the main entrance, which is composed of a double door, they enter the front lobby area. The front lobby has a light gray tiled floor with matching gray stucco walls. There's a glass display case off to the side with various Japanese crafts such as daruma doll and origami. Past this area is the room where the members congregate. In front of the room, they saw a Butsudan, Buddhist altar. There's red carpeting on the floor. There's a Buddhist statue on the upper level. In front of it were offerings of flowers, incense, and candles. On the lower levels were lower deities. Needless to say, the entire front of the room is beautiful. The rest of the room were wooden benches for the members to sit on. After they sat down on one of the benches, Erica took out her prayer beads and prayed. She used this time to reflect on the events of the past summer, meditated for continued healing, as well as to look forward to the independent film event that week. After services, they went to a local Japanese restaurant to get to know each other. They took turns ordering an entree. Erica chose her favorite, chicken teriyaki. Maka picked some gyoza dumplings. Lucas and his wife chose some assorted sashimi. And Louis and his wife chose some assorted sushi. Sashimi is the raw fish. Sushi is the seasoned rice. So they chose to eat lunch buffet style so each person could sample each dish. At this time, they took turns introducing themselves. Louis started. He's attended UCLA, University of California at Los Angeles, on a football scholarship. Upon graduation, he started his own fitness center, specializing A-list Hollywood celebrities. When Michael said that he's an office manager and part-time certified massage therapist for an adaptive fitness center in San Francisco, Louis replied, "Oh, small world." At this time, Michael gave Louis his business card. While they ate at the restaurant, they got to get to know each other better. Louis's wife is a high school teacher and varsity basketball coach. They have 2 grown children who are university educated, married with children of their own. While the men talked, Erica spent time getting to know Louis's wife better. Lucas was Kim's brother-in-law. Just put that into perspective. They engaged in small talk to get to know each other better. After lunch, Lucas, his wife, Erica, and Michael did some shopping in Japantown. It's within city limits. The sidewalks are concrete with parking meters next to the street side curb. There are also street lamp posts with signs letting visitors know that they're in Little Tokyo. On both sides of the street, they saw multi-story concrete and glass buildings. Each store had a sign or awning with the name of the shop. The front windows are oversized and show the respective wares. They started with a family-owned and operated confectionery shop. After Erica and Michael picked out their favorite, Erica chose Kiku flower-shaped mochi, while Michael chose traditional habatai with sweet bean paste in the middle. They shared the mochi with each other. They also brought some assorted mochi to share during the week. Next, they got some soft drinks with boba balls. Then they spent the next hour shopping. When they got to the Japanese Village Plaza, Erica loved the brick flooring. It's an outdoor mall area with a variety of businesses, including eateries, markets, retailers, offices, gift shop. There are various trees throughout the mall, and red decorative lanterns hanging from wiring overhead. At the Sanrio shop there, Michael made sure to get a Hello Kitty item for Ashley, his cousin's daughter. Once he dropped off their shopping bags at their respective condos, Lucas drove his wife, Erica, and Michael to Louis's gym. After Louis gave him the tour, he spent the rest of the afternoon at the gym. It's a 2-story concrete and glass building with oversized windows. In addition to an exercise gym with cardio machines and locker rooms, this gym had an Olympic-sized swimming pool as well as basketball and squash courts. They also had a sauna and offered day spa services as well. This gym also has a track for runners as well. Erica and Michael were in awe. After about an hour at the gym, they thanked Louis for being a wonderful host. Then they returned to the condo to get ready for dinner. They had dinner at the ramen shop in Little Tokyo. For each day, they were in Los Angeles. Erica and Michael called his cousin to see how Kamali was doing. The next day was the first day of the event. So Michael helped Erica with her wardrobe, hair, and makeup. Lucas drove them to the event. That year, the event took place at a luxury beach hotel that does not exist any longer. I did the research. It was bought out by a different hotel group. It was a multi-story concrete and glass building. Erica was amazed at the diversity of independent filmmakers. There were some she recognized because they reached out to her via LinkedIn. For people she didn't know, she exchanged business cards and asked whether or not they have a LinkedIn account. She also attended some of the guest speaker events. When they closed for lunch, Erica and Michael returned to their Airbnb to make a homemade lunch. Then they returned to the venue for their afternoon events. After the final event of the day, Lewis took the couples to a restaurant that opened in 2014. It's only 3 years old. However, they served dishes that Erica never had before, but she loved it immediately. She ordered a risotto dish that was served on an actual sea urchin's shell. After the others ordered their dish, they shared it buffet style so everyone can sample each dish. They also had a cold dish that contained some more sea urchin, icola, which is salmon roe, scallop, and blue crab. Needless to say, Erica was in sea urchin heaven. When Erica looked at Michael, he feigned whether or not this restaurant was the one he specifically requested that Lucas find in Los Angeles. When she thanked him, he smiled gently. Each person ordered their own drink. Erica has some Kimino, uses sparkling juice, while Michael has some Asahi beer. Again, I know some of you are like, I know which restaurant she's talking about. Shh. The next few days were the same. They started with breakfast at the condo. After they packed the lunch, put in a cooler full of ice in the car, they went to the event. They had lunch in their car. Next, they attended the afternoon event. Then they had dinner at the restaurant with Lewis and his wife. Before they knew what happened, it was the end of the event. After a final dinner with Lewis and his wife, they packed their camp bags, cleaned the condo, they took a long hot bath and retired. Next morning, they turned in their key to the property manager, drove to Los Angeles International Airport. Although Erica was sad to leave Los Angeles, she looked forward to spending the rest of the year in the San Francisco Bay Area. That weekend, they resumed sea urchin harvesting with Alex and Chachi. At this time, Erica went to the internet to find some risotto recipes. Then she tried to replicate the sea urchin risotto recipe she ate at that restaurant in Los Angeles. Although it didn't taste the same, Michael said that it's good. Okay. So any questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarifications, let me know. And I shall see you next time. Take care, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See ya.